To complete this project and learn more about my family history, I interviewed my grandfather on my maternal side. To start off, what's your name?
Frank Alessio.
Where did your side of our family originate from?
Oh, Italy,
What part?
Calabria.
As you can see, Calabria, Italy is located at the bottom of Italy, west of the Ionian Sea, and east of the Tyrrhenian Sea. Which members of the family first came to the U.S. and when?
My grandfather, Santo.
What rough estimate of time?
Probably early 1900s, probably before 1910.
What was the reason they came to America?
Well, this is a long story. It's not your average. They eloped. Him and my grandmother eloped. My grandfather was supposed to marry, my grandmother was supposed to marry my grandfather's brother. She didn't want to marry him, so she liked my grandfather. So they took off and left Italy.
Would they have wanted to leave Italy for any reason?
Yeah, because they would have been disowned because they were eloping.
These questions were asked to determine two things: the push and pull factors of this migration, and was it forced or voluntary migration. The push and pull factors are things in someone's own home country that make them want to leave, and things in a new country that attract people and make them want to move there. In this situation, the push factors were the pressure to enter an arranged marriage, the threat of being disowned by the families. The pull factors to America were more personal freedom, they could make choices about their marriage and their life, and better economic opportunities. Looking at the forced versus voluntary side of this migration, it is slightly more complicated than the average family coming to America for better opportunities. It is both forced and voluntary. It could be looked at as forced because the couple would have been ousted from the family if they were to stay in Italy, losing family, financial support, and their social life. But it could also be voluntary, since the couple made the choice to come to America. When they first moved to America, did they plan to settle in Pittsburgh?
No, they actually ended up in New York City first, Ellis Island. Then they went to Philadelphia, where my grandfather supposedly worked on the railroad. And then he heard about the mills in Monessen, Pennsylvania. So he decided, there was a friend of theirs that they met, and they decided to come to Monessen to get a job in a steel mill.
Although chain migration was not initially present in the immigration from Italy to the United States, it was present when moving from Philadelphia to the Pittsburgh area because a friend moved there first and got a good job in the mills. Where did they end up settling in Pittsburgh?
They actually didn't settle in Pittsburgh. They actually settled in Monessen.
An intervening opportunity was present in this migration. When the family first left Italy, they didn't have a specific destination in mind beyond reaching America, but along the way they found a job opportunity in Philadelphia. This railroad job caused them to stop and settle there temporarily. Did the family send any money or support back to anybody in Italy?
No, no, they did not. In fact, they never had any ties with anybody once they got here.
While this could have likely been concluded using earlier answers, this question helped to clear up that there was no remittances sent back to anybody in Italy. Is there any traditions you followed as a kid that originated from Italy?
Well, yeah. We eat the seven fishes on Christmas Eve. We attend midnight mass, and basically going to church uh, and eating Italian food, and that's about it.
This answer shows distance decay because only a few Italian traditions survived over time. Big ones like the seven fishes and church stayed, but most everyday cultural habits faded as the family got farther from Italy and lived in the US for longer. While I covered most of the key terms throughout the interview, the one I did not cover was the gravity model. The gravity model states that migration flow is strongest between large, close places and weakens between smaller and farther places. It did not apply in this migration because the moves were driven by job opportunities, not city size or proximity. To overall sum up this interview and the key terms that did apply were push factors, pull factors, intervening opportunity, voluntary migration, forced migration, distance decay, step migration, and chain migration. The key terms that did not apply to this migration were remittances and the gravity model. For some extra information, here's a picture of my great-great-grandfather, Santo, and my great-great-grandmother, Maria. Thank you for watching this video and learning more about my family history.